So you want to know how to study. Learning is a powerful tool. It can teach you to effectively solve problems, get a job, and rationalize your own shortcomings and failures. The thing I personally like about learning is how it helps me be better in all areas of life. For example, I've been able to leverage my honed intellect to great success by growing this very YouTube channel to nearly 10 subscribers. Now that I've completely eroded the credibility I never had in the first place, let's get started. In order to more efficiently waste your time studying for classes you hate, let's start with day 1 of class. So it's your first day of class and you're eager to excel. Well, you're already late to the party, my friend. All the class's top performers, the type of people taking advanced calculus in 2nd grade, have somehow already beat you to it even though class hasn't even started yet. To do this right, let's rewind a week. You're going to have to get good and depressed first so that studying actually sounds like fun in contrast. Step 1 is to isolate yourself from any and all fun a week before your classes start. This is to mentally prepare you for the ensuing nightmare to come and to ensure you don't make any friends, because they'll for sure want to hang out and that's less study time. During this week, you have 4 main objectives. Get organized, prep for classes, make a schedule, and make a to-do list. So this is the driest part of the video, but these are genuinely helpful tips, so stick around. I promise it gets better. So it's really important to be organized and to procrastinate as little as possible. Although I am procrastinating my 13 graduate level classes right now to make this video, so I'm a bit of a hypocrite. It's good to have folders for every class, a schedule of what you do daily, and make to-do lists with an estimated amount of time for each item to keep you on track. Prepping for class the week before. So this is an important point because once you start the semester, you don't get any extra time, only retakes when you inevitably fail. And if you get behind, you're pretty much screwed with a heavy class load. So do your future self a favor and get ahead the first week. I mentioned this on the organization point. Make sure you have a schedule so that you know when exams and assignments are coming your way ahead of time. If you can bring yourself to study the week before, you will do better and you'll be a lot less stressed. So now that you have set yourself up for success before classes, let's go over how to maintain your lead so you don't sprint the first 100 yards of the marathon, then collapse on the ground like a pathetic loser. So I'm going to just cut to the chase. You'll have to study before class. Yes, I know this sounds crazy, and I know you'd rather have your face ripped in half by jacks than study before class, but it will save you time in the long run, and the first few weeks are the most important of any class. It's much easier to do well in the beginning of a class and bomb the final than to cripple crawl your way back up the entire semester. So you need to do well in the first exam, but how do you know what the first exam will be like? Well, with each slide or point the teacher makes, try to understand what the goal is, what they are trying to communicate with you. These will be the main things you should take away. Look for any keywords and bolded terms and listen for the teacher saying, this is going to be on the exam, or this is really important. Now ignore those things because they're trying to trick you and instead study the truly important details. Let's go over an example. On this slide, you want to take note that this man is in fact pregnant, while the woman is apparently just overweight. Next, you want to note that the background is mint green with a little bit of white added to that. And lastly, this man is wearing glasses while this woman is in fact not wearing glasses. It's never a bad idea to record lectures so that you can reference if you ever get confused. Just be careful when you set your phone down, because if you're not too careful when you go back to listen to it, you'll explode your eardrums. The next tip, and probably the most important one, is studying actively. The proven best way to study is quizzing yourself, and if you want that juicy information in long-term memory, you have to study the information until you know it well, and then periodically over increasing time intervals review. This means you can't get away with blankly staring at your screen or sleeping with your textbook under your pillow hoping that the information will diffuse into your brain by osmosis. The ideal way to learn is to ask questions about the material and then find answers to those questions. Finding those answers is essentially learning. The more burning the question, the better you will remember the answer. The best way to naturally start asking questions is to be interested. Now, this can be really tough for classes you hate, but you have to get creative. To get interested and excited about education, think about what it can do for you. Knowledge is power, and it can help you see the world in an entirely new way, connect with other people, and get super interesting jobs. Hey, thanks for watching. If you wouldn't mind taking a minute to like, comment, and subscribe, I'd really appreciate it because these videos take a lot of work to write and to animate, and that's some way that you can give some feedback and support me. I really appreciate it. Have a good one.